Sorry for the late start. I would have been only a little late because I was eating my dinner. But when I took it out of the oven, I realized I never took the foil off, which is an essential part of the cooking process. The top wasn't browned at all. I was like, damn me and my foolish ways. So I had to cook it some. But we're here now. We're playing Trinity. I made a list today during my hike of things to try. Trinity. Kind of hard to read because the pencil that I had in my backpack wasn't very sharp. But yeah, just things I've been thinking about. Uh, One thing that's been on my mind is that radio. That radio we find in the yeah, the beach area. Whatever that one is. It's one of the nuclear tests. With the beaches where we got the coconut, there was like a thing that was like, set your radio to this, maybe. I don't know. It might not be referring to a radio at all. Seemed like it could be, though. Hi, Risu. How's it going? Don't call me Chod. Damn it, Risu. We talked about this. Just kidding. You can call me Chod if you want. Oh, that's better. Just don't call me Chaud. French word for hot, I believe. I don't want French people thinking I'm hot. We have all kinds of problems. We got all these French people knocking on my door, like, hey, you want to go on a date? Shall there, man? I was like, show? Show? They don't say the D. They never say the last consonant. They always have all these words with like a consonant at the end, and they're like, yeah. Like, it would make more sense if it was just like one consonant that was silent, but it's like all of them. Unless it's there twice. Like, if there's two T's, then it's like stuffy in here. Then you pronounce it. Be right back. A little air moving through here. I don't know why I closed the window. Anyway, I yeah, all right. I just want to go back and see what they were saying there. So let's see, what area, what location? That's from the Mesa, how we accessed that. So I'll open up my Mesa toadstool. Save file, and we'll get on here. We'll push the button. Push the button. Maybe I should actually read it. Examine the box. Open the backs. Turn on the switch. There it is. 0 minus 7 minutes. Switch to 103. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a 3-digit number. Thought it was. Alright. I don't know what they mean by 103. Maybe it's just one of the things that they're doing with this test device. Attached to Alpha Echo 35. Seismographic confirm. Alright, don't look at the explosion. You'll be fine. Right. And then we die. We die. I do want to play around with that radio more, but I don't know what other stations would I try? You know? What other stations? Try, man. Which mushroom was that? The ossuary. And I saved over that. Oh. This. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I am confused. Ossuary has a bonus level. I don't get it. I don't get it. Hmm. Oh, bones. Bones. A bones level. It's a bit of a stretch, but I'll give it to you. Oh yeah. All right. Enter a toadstool. Did we get a point for taking the walkie? And it does give us like a countdown. But yeah, we can change this slider. What's up, Gray Air King? What he calls the Chowder Man. The Chowder Man. That's perfect. I gotta play that game one of these days. Since it's got, not only does it have a alternate version of the Cheddar Man named the Chowder Man, but he's also played by Hot Dad. Like, how have I not played it yet? See, like I was thinking I could experiment with different slider settings here. But what would I, you know, I was 69. Oh, hey, 69. It's just gonna click and hiss. Oh, right. I knew that. Oh, a burst of static. A crackle. Yeah, like I don't know any other. I don't know any other frequencies to try. What else? What else was there? Yeah, I don't like. I know my goal right now is to catch this skink, but I don't know how. And like, yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. One thing I wanted to try. I just wanted to just for fun. See, where's the save? Levered? I think I would be in the backwards world. I wanna go to the backwards world. Yeah, Zaid submit. Okay. And I wanted to go to um the cottage. What it's called? The cottage. And look at the map. Because it's like, you know, it's the map of the game, but is it gonna be like backwards? Are they gonna acknowledge that? I'm curious. So let's see. How do I get there from here? I gotta go to the bottom of the stairs. And then see. We'll go, so it'll be northwest, then east, because it's backwards. Chasm's brink. And then we'll go northwest. And west. Ah, crescent moon. Let's see, the map shows a network of boxes connected by lines and arrows with many erasures and scrolled additions. No difference here. Thought it might be like a backwards version of the map. I also was wondering if I could ask the magpie things. Lizard. Let's ask it about the lizard. Ask magpie about lizard. Yeah, it just parrots back my inquiry. My command. Like, if I could just read any page I wanted out of this book, then I could learn how to beat the game. Yes. Oh, well. What else? What else was I thinking about? Oh, yeah. All right. Here's an idea I had. Let's see. I guess I'll restore, like, my most recent save. But for going into the place, I'll do this one. When I just put the milk in the cauldron. Do I have my umbrella? No, I've got my axe. Blade. I don't think that'd work. Where am I trying to go? I'm trying to get to Freighter. So I gotta go Chasm's brink. Under the cliff. Okay. Nothing in my inventory is attracted to the glowing hot metal. But the umbrella was. Yeah. So I was wondering if I could... I was thinking like I would have to cool the lump of metal first and then pick it up. But maybe I can like use the umbrella to pick it up somehow. I don't know what verb I would use here though. Rise from the verb. Was a 7 per person hexen? Greetings, mortal. Are you ready to die? Hexen the one we had on the PlayStation? All right. There was, yeah, Heretic was the first one, and we had Hexen, the sequel to Heretic. But we never got anywhere with it because we needed a whole memory card to save, and we didn't have an extra one. Still fun to mess around with, though. Poke metal with umbrella. Trying to destroy the... I'm not trying to destroy it. Touch metal with umbrella. Feel a strong magnetic attraction. Right. Hoping it might like stick to it. Take metal with umbrella? The umbrella proves awkward for this purpose. Can I open the umbrella? Yeah. Now can I do it? With the axe? No point in doing that. Put metal in umbrella. You're not holding a lump of metal. Yeah. If I try to do that, I just burn my fingers. Yeah, I mean, I guess because they just kind of ported it straight over, they made it so you could save anytime you wanted, so that increased the size of the save files, I guess. They could have done something like you can only save at a certain spot or something. It was just like a straight port. I don't know if I ever beat it on GZ Doom. I know I played it. I think I did. Yeah, I do remember playing it. I might have played more of Heretic. Hmm. If I try to take the metal with the umbrella, it says it proves awkward for this purpose. But if I try to use the axe, it's just like, What are you even doing? I don't know what the takeaway is from that. Like, the open umbrella could be filled with water or something. Fill umbrella with water? Water splashes all over the place. It is open, right? Yeah. All prams lead to the Kensington Gardens. That makes more sense. Yeah, I've played more of Heretic. Splashes all over the place. Maybe here at the waterfall. Watered. Yeah, no, just splashes all over the place. Hey, what's up with the metal? Seems to be magnetic. Other than that, it's not clear what it is. Roughly the size and shape of a large grapefruit. I think the only other thing I had that was attracted to it was the gnomon. Can I take the gnomon back? The gnomon on the dial wobbles loosely when you try to move it. Can I unscrew it? Feel the gnomon getting more and more wobbly as you unscrew it. Final twist and it falls with a clatter onto the face of the sundial. Brass ring twinkles again as the lever straightens itself and silently retracts into the floor. Bye, lever. I wonder if this means I can't, like the shadow's no longer fixed in place. Try turning the ring. Let's say east. I guess, can't do that without the gnomon installed? I guess I can't see the shadow at all now. I could before though. Before I figured out how to put the gnomon in. You know, I don't know. Anyway, the whole point was to take the gnomon and go back to the crater. Yeah. Take metal with gnomon. That would be pointless. Touch metal to gnomon. Nothing unusual happens. Oh, you touch the gnomon next to the gnomon? I think I did that backwards. Touch gnomon to metal. Aha! The gnomon attaches itself to the hot lump of metal with a sharp click. Now... take the gnomon? No. It just comes right off. Huh. Hoping I could just pick up the metal by holding the gnomon so I wouldn't have to touch it. I guess I think that's kind of obvious, but explaining my thought process here. Just in case. Yeah, with the umbrella, it's just like there's a strong magnetic attraction, but it doesn't click in place like the gnomon did. I don't know what the deal is with this lump of metal. Why I would want it. It's magnetic. Something. Some purpose to it, I guess. I don't know how to get it. Push metal with umbrella. Push metal with axe. A pointless thing to do. Nothing happens when I touch the axe to it. Because it's silver. It is not magnetic. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, here's another thing I thought about. Can I kill the white with my axe? I never tried it. Kill white with axe. The burrow white grapples the axe away from you and flings it back at you with a roar. You leap back as it skitters across the ground. Wow, that didn't work. Kill white with umbrella. You're not holding that. Oh, I didn't pick it back up. Damn, if only I had my umbrella, I could take out this white. I'm sure of it. Here, take this coin. The barrow white clutches the small coin in its claws, glares at it briefly, and flings it off into the darkness with a snarl. Will this thing, like, eventually kill me or anything? It just hangs out. Being gross. Kiss White. Your gesture brings a tear to the Barrow White's eye as it recalls the tender moments of its former human existence. Then it breaks your neck with a practiced swipe of its claw. Well, we died again. Add another death to the death counter. Cause of death? Tried to make out with a Barrow White. Who could have seen this coming? Not I. Well, I think maybe I've messed with the white enough. Yep, the only other thing that I thought about experimenting with would be the Bubble Boy. Oh, Bubble Boy. Because there's got to be some reason we can ride in this bubble. Uh, get in the dish. Soap dish. Oh, we're not. There we go. Get in the dish. Alright, so how many turns do we have in the soap bubble? How far can we get? I've tried going to a few places in the bubble, but happened really. We're at Promontory. Oh. Alright. North Bog. Waterfall. Ice Cavern. I think that was four turns before it popped. Maybe the popping bubble will somehow cool the hot metal? Doubt it. I think we could just reach it. So we just go southeast. East. East again. Alright, it popped right here at the crater, but yep, the metal's still hot. I didn't think that would work. Like, where else would I want to go in a bubble? I think I tried before. I tried to take it to the river and get across it that way, but it didn't work, as I recall. You went for a walk and you have returned. How was your walk? Oh, the oarsman is back. Wasn't sure if he would come back. Okay. Well, I'm in a bubble, so you can trust me, oarsman. I'm getting your dory. Nope, the oarsman recognizes your vacation shorts and kicks you off his dory again. Well, you know, the only thing to do is remove my shorts. Oh, that would hardly be appropriate. Kind of muggy, yeah. Yeah, it hasn't been hot. Today was mercifully not too hot, like 75 or so. I took a little hike today. And I prefer to wear like, I mean, I always wear long pants. I'm a long pants man. But I also prefer to wear long sleeves if possible in the woods. Just to keep bugs off of me. I was able to do that today without being too sweaty. Just wore like a long sleeve shirt. Do I have any other ideas? No. Nope. Why is it that both of us prefer long pants? I don't know. Just do. Now I want him. but I don't think there's anybody around who knows this game. Yeah, I never liked wearing shorts. I used to wear them when I was younger, and then at a certain point I was like, I don't like wearing shorts. And I don't really have a good reason. I just don't like them. I could look at the hints. The official Trinity hints provided by our good friends at Infocom. I'm going to capture this other frauds window. There it is. So it refers to the doors by their astronomical, astrological names. Mercury, Pluto. Quotations. Let's try beyond the white door. Where am I? That's a good question. Wherever you go, there you are. The Pargola. Where's the nearest hardware store? All right. Well, I do wonder about how to open the crypt. Is that even a thing? How do I stop the barrow-wight from killing me? I've never seen the barrow-wight do anything but glare at me unless I try to kiss it. I look at how to open the crypt. Yeah, I think that might have something to do with crossing the river. Like, because it seems to be my crypt. It's labeled Wave Walker, and that's me. So, like, I don't know. Maybe if I open it, then like I can find like a death shroud in there that I was buried in. Like, I'll find my own body, and I'll be like, "Whoa!" I don't know. How can I carry water? Can I carry water? How do I milk a grue? Yeah. Very carefully. There are no grues in this story. But there are plenty of grues in Wishbringer, our best-selling introductory fantasy, which Insider magazine called beautiful and imaginative, and Compute's Gazette praised as a very enjoyable game. Look for it at your favorite Infocom dealer. Wishbringer is a registered trademark of Infocom Incorporated. Cider. It is spelled like cider. Alright, let's look at a hint for how can I open the crypt. One hint. You have to move the heavy lid. Yes, I know that. I tried using the axe and it broke. Aristotle said he could lift the world with a long enough lever. True. Although I think he specifically said with the right fulcrum, right? I bought some wine to see if I still don't really like wine. I don't. What kind of wine did you get? Two Hens, a Fox, and Abraham Lincoln. Pinot Grigio. I've enjoyed the occasional Pinot Grigio. It's usually pretty dry. I prefer red wine myself. But lately I haven't, like when I get wine, I haven't enjoyed it. I don't know if I just don't like it anymore or if I just haven't been getting good ones. Okay, give me another hint. Entor. Use something that's sturdy enough not to break. I even the axe broke. What else could I possibly have? My shorts? Cabernet Sauvignon. A rosé or a Moscato? I've had a Moscato. A mosquito. My libido. Um, Usually my go-to is a red Zinfandel, particularly an old vine Zinfandel if I can get one that's not too expensive. The old vines. Hmm. Another hint? What you need is inside one of the mushrooms. Okay. Huh. Really? Inside one of the mushrooms, you say? In one of the mushrooms I haven't been in? Is it a lemming? Do I need a lemming? Yeah, Seven Deadly Sins. That's a good one. Yeah. Huh. 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 Did I find this axe anyway? I don't think I have it written on my map. But it certainly was not inside one of the mushrooms. Uh, let's try going back into space one. Wait, the door disappeared? Ugh. My blood is boiling. Clicks into place, so it's not moving. The white door drops away behind you. I must have done something. Had I not restored since, like, removing the gnomon? Maybe? I don't know. This is different, though. It drops away behind you. Might be able to get back into it. I feel like I need to come here to kill the lizard. Because it's a crescent moon. It says the horns of the rising moon. I don't know if I can survive for more than a turn or whatever. Yeah, like one turn and I'm dead. Can't see the door anymore. It's too far away. So I did drift away from the door, I guess. Hmm. Hmm. You got blackberry cider? That sounds tasty. I've been meaning to try more ciders. There's some places around here that make cider. So I can get the fresh stuff direct from the source, you know? There's also a place around here that does mead. And I tried it, and I liked some of them. I did like a sampler type thing, and there were some that I liked. Not all of them. It's kind of weird. Not something I would want to drink all the time. Too sweet. Yeah, I feel like some of it was very sweet. I feel like there was like just a weird taste to some of them. Like almost like a sourness. Let's see. Um, right. Right. How wonder if I'll be able to get back from Earth orbit. Because it feels like where I gotta kill the skink. Get my potion ingredient. Alright, let's go back and explore the Mesa Toadstool area again. See if I missed something. Okay, we got the box. Open the box. Turn on the switch. Push the button. And then we're on the South Beach. I don't think I missed anything here. Oh yeah, there's the extension. Maybe I can take a piece of the extension or something. There didn't seem to be any purpose to this thing. Looks like a drinking straw made of plywood. 6 feet square and miles long. Take extension. Impossible. Maybe I can break off a piece of it with my axe. Am I carrying my axe? Oh. I'm not. Where did I find this axe? Let me axe you that. Why don't I have it? Was I concerned that I was carrying too much? And I left it behind? Let's see if I left it. Okay, the axe is here. I did leave it behind. Okay. Let's go back for the axe. And break extension with axe. Nope, that would accomplish nothing. Sour beers. Yeah, that's It's like sometimes it can be good, but it can go horribly wrong really easily, I think, you know? It's something that's just too easy to mess up. Or it could be a perfectly fine like sour beer or whatever. But because you ate something with cheddar cheese for lunch, now it just that taste is still in your mouth and it's like, ugh, this is, oh no, these flavors don't interact right or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, just weird shit. I mean, that can kind of happen with any beer, I feel like. It just gets combined with the wrong flavor. But I feel like this, like something like a sour beer or like a milk stout, you know, like these very strong flavored beers. There's a lot of room for things to go wrong. Hmm. Yeah, we got the coconut from here, and I feel like that's the only thing we can get. Like, is there a point to this extension? Yeah, we got the dolphin to bring us a coconut. I don't know. Excuse me. I could go back to the place with all the shrooms. Shrooms? The lemmings. Oh, can I take the ladder with me or something? What a ridiculous concept. Yeah, there's nothing here except the rodents. Hmm. Can I take this cylinder? I don't know what it could possibly be. Oh well. Let's look at a different hint. Or I could look at the final hint for this puzzle. It's gonna be the solution. Is it gonna be in one of the mushrooms that I haven't been in yet, though? Is that gonna kind of give that away? Spade. We need to open the crypt with a spade. I don't think I've seen a spade. So maybe it's in that mushroom that I haven't been able to get into. I don't know how to get there. How can I carry water? Can't carry water. Not in its liquid state, anyway. Oh, that is quite a hint. Oh, I didn't think about that. Hmm. Can I break an icicle? High out of reach. Um, with the axe? Can I reach it with the axe? Throw axe at icicle. Yes, okay. Now I've got an icicle. Looks like a crystal needle, 18 inches long. Wonder if it's gonna melt. Oh, I've got too many windows open. It's glistening. Getting hard to hold it. Almost too slippery. The melting icicle slips from your grasp and shatters to bits at your feet. Huh. Let's try it again. Maybe maybe I could do that more efficiently. Like I can just get it to the crater before it breaks. Oh, you're not even... Shoot. Sorry. Yeah, basically by the time I get it to the crater, it breaks. And the water from it doesn't cool down the metal or anything. I don't think there's a more efficient route I could take to get there. Hmm. Like, is there some other reason I would want this icicle? What happens if I put it in a cauldron? That do something? Maybe taking the axe is... I don't know, will the icicle melt while I'm here? Starts to glisten. But I can just make it to the cauldron. I don't know, maybe I would want to cool down the liquid in there? For some reason? I didn't get any points for doing that. No, it's still boiling. Like, is there some other purpose to the icicle? Or is there a way to get it to the hot metal that I'm not realizing? Ugh. I So I'm just gonna have to keep looking at hints. This isn't getting me anywhere. How can I get the lump of metal? Yeah, but how do I get it there? I know that. Yes. Unless you stop the icicle from melting too quick. Yeah, like sure. So there is a way to do that. What could it be? Like, there's a specific route I can take? Uh, warm air makes the icicle. Yeah, I don't know. This isn't gonna work. Um, how could I prevent the icicle from melting so fast? Two icicles? Showered with useless ice fragments. How do you keep an icicle cool? Put it in a cooler? I don't have a cooler. Can I like, keep the sun off of it with the umbrella? Something? Ugh. And it's the warm air, not like the sun. Could it be like the shadow? Something to do with the shadow of the gnomon? That help keep it cool? Maybe if I point it west, it'll be like sunset. So it'll kind of be cooler. Man. Or it'll be like over me as I'm walking the icicle back. I was like, by the time I get to the bottom of the stairs, it's glistening. Alright, alright, give me another hint. Give me all the hints, damn it. All the hints. Maybe you can refreeze the icicle. There are some places that are cold enough to do this. Really? Like where? Where are these places? The river cold? Very cold. Alright. Straight for the river. I kind of thought about this, but I thought it would just like melt in the river. Icicle disappears into the dark water. Dip it in? You don't need to use the word dip. The icy vacuum of space? I don't... I don't... Alright. Alright. You're just gonna have to tell me. I feel stupid now. High altitudes. Oh. You feel stupid. I forgot. Yeah, when we climb up to the top of the sundial, it's like really cold up there. Shoot. Forgot that little detail. It's been so long. Temperature on this tiny platform is well below freezing. I've been up here many times, but I just haven't been reading the full description. And I even put it in verbose mode. Oh, I keep forgetting to do this. I even put it in verbose mode so that I wouldn't run into this issue. But here we are. Verbose mode, verbose mode doesn't help if you don't read it. Okay. Okay, so that's something. We got something. We can go back down now. And put icicle on metal. Icicle disappears in a hissing cloud as it touches the hot lump of metal. When the steam clears, the surface of the lump is black and wet. We got 3 points for that. Surface is black and scorched. Got a point for picking it up, too. You know what, though? I don't know what we need this for. I don't know why we did all this. I knew I wanted to get it. Seemed important, but all I know is that it's magnetic. I don't really know how that's going to help me with anything. Roughly the size and shape of a large grapefruit. Why do I need a magnet? What is it for? Oh, I don't know. Gotta be useful for something. Hmm. Oh. Well, I guess I'll save. Metal acquired. But to what end? I don't know. Look at more hints. Floodgates are open. Where can I find a lizard? I know where I can find a lizard. Don't know how to catch it. Wait a minute. I have a dead animal in the cage. What happened? I was thinking that, like, if I had a cage, maybe I could do something, catch the skink or hold on to the lemming. Trying to figure out a way to hold on to that lemming. How do I cross the river? Do as the shades do. Need the proper attire. Thinking I get it from the crypt. Yeah. That's okay, so I was right about that. Although it looks like I might need to find a different silver coin. Alright, well, hold on. I am suddenly realizing I do know a place where there's a cage. And it's here. It's a bird cage. You open the bird cage, the magpie flutters out of the cage and soars through the open door. Hi, magpie. Aha, I got a point for that. Shoot, I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm too absorbed. Used to be at OBS, like when I was capturing the game window, if I just had another window on top of it, OBS would show that, which I think was kind of a bug, but it ended up working in my favor because I didn't have to worry about like switching between different windows and stuff. It would just show up when I alt tabbed to them. Yeah, 44. Yeah, I got points for the icicle, I got points for the metal. Not only I got points for cooling the metal and for picking it up. All right, so what do I use this cage for? Like the skink, right? Or maybe the lemming? Because I don't know how I would get the skink in the cage, but the lemming, I could just pick it up and shove it in there. Probably. Let's try it. I don't know what. Maybe I can use the lemming to catch the skink somehow? I don't know. I don't know. Um, where am I going? Turn the ring to... Yeah, I've made some progress by looking at a lot of hints. But, you know, I've kind of just decided I need hints. Or I'll never make any progress in this game. I mean, I could sit here and bang my head against it forever. And that might be entertaining for me in some way. Try and solve this on my own, but it wouldn't be much fun to watch, I feel like. And it would require me to play this more than once a week. So that's kind of how I feel about streaming these games. At a certain point, like, you know what, I'm not, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And I want to finish this eventually, someday. Where am I trying to go? Right, in the toadstool. Might actually already be there. Fifth symbol. Yeah. Yeah, it's already pointed there. Okay. I came over here for nothing. I'm getting lost now. Alright. There's a lemming in this fissure. Take the lemming. Your load is too heavy. Oh, butts. Alright, I got the cage. Leave the metal here for now, I guess. That'll probably be enough. Oops. Alright, we've got the lemming. The lemming sinks its teeth into your thumb when it sees the cage, but you jam it inside anyway. We got a point for doing that. Okay. Lemming scampers uneasily around the cage. Close the cage. Alright, so we've got a trapped lemming. Now we use the lemming to catch the skink. Oh. Alright. Yeah, we've still got a lemming in a bird cage. Okay. Scratching its ear. The lemming is wondering what the hell I'm doing here. Alright, so I'm going to try going back to... Right, the ossuary. Would be northwest. Hey, what's up, Ash? Fast-paced, intense gameplay. I am furiously typing here. Oh. Turn ring. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna take my caged lemming into the ossuary. Ossuary, saving this as ossuary toadstool with lemming. Alright, enter toadstool. Now I've got a lemming. Things will be different now. Lantern. Take the lantern. Someone drank all your cider? Who could it have been? Okay, now here's the skink. Turn on the walkie-talkie. That seems to be a good thing to do. Right, so the skink goes into the crevice. And putting the splinter into the crevice seemed like a smart thing to do. I don't know, it works, so I feel like it's the right thing to do. Makes the skink run out. And I don't know. Open the cage. Where'd the lemming go? Is it just gone? Just disappears completely? Oops. And then I went through the white door. I think I got a point, right? I got a point for putting the lemming in the cage. But what I really need is a skink. A lemming is not a lizard. A lemming is not a lizard. But like, yeah, as soon as I open the cage, even in this little cave where there's nowhere to go, the lemming is just gone. Uh, yeah, I can't take the lemming out of the bird cage. I have to open the cage and then the lemming is just gone. Why on earth would I want this lemming? There's a waterfall. Do I want the lemming to run over the waterfall like lemmings supposedly do? It just disappears. Back to the hint book. Where can I find a lizard? I do the illustrated story of the atom bomb carefully. The comic book? The comic book? Alright, we're back. We're back at the comic book. Let's look at it. Let's see, here's the cover. I don't see any lizard. That's Da Vinci, who may have been a lizard person. We don't know. That's speculation. Hitler was definitely a lizard person. I mean, we know where we can find a lizard. We just don't know how to get a hold of it. But let's look for lizards in the comic book as suggested by the hint guide, the hint book. Was Oppenheimer a lizard person? It'll never work. I don't see any lizards here in the New Mexico desert. Is this citizen of Nagasaki digging a tunnel or digging a hole? They do have a spade. I did discover that I need a spade, but oh my god, I can't, it's not like I can fall safely to the ground in Nagasaki with an umbrella, right? Even if I did, how would I get back? The door. The door would be up in the sky. An interesting thought, though. Something to try. Let's see. Here's the tundra with the lemmings. Here's the South Pacific island. This is the H-bomb. Right. Okay, here's the underground test. And yeah, there is a lizard there. I already knew that though. Like I went there and found the lizard. Why are you telling me to look at the comic? Hmm? Explain yourself, hint book. Well, let's try this before I forget. I'm in a cage. I'll need the umbrella. Just leave the cage here, I guess, for now, with the lemming in it. The umbrella, I believe, is... yeah. Take umbrella. Alright, here's the more. Oh yeah, we need to open the door, though. Turn ring to east. And enter the toadstool. Thin air. You're 1,400 feet above a small city, falling straight down at a velocity of 70 miles an hour. Yeah, the white door is gone, but let's try it. Open umbrella. Looney Tunes type stuff here. The umbrella snaps open and nearly flies to pieces in the fury of your descent, but a sympathetic breeze fills the cloth panels with air, and your death plunge slows to a leisurely drift. The city below draws closer. You glimpse a river, a railroad tracks, streets busy with horses and bicycles, a playground. Crunch. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Thank you. Playground in a sand pile. A set of children's swings move slowly back and forth in the humid breeze. Behind them stands a long building, its windows hung with flowers and birds folded from colored paper. Mounds of dirt are heaped around a dark opening to the east. It appears to be a shelter of some kind. Oh. Several small children are happily chasing dragonflies north of the swing set. Turning south, you see a group of adults, school teachers by the looks of them, wearily digging another shelter like the first. Somewhat shaken, you rise to your feet in a child's sand pile. In the pile, you see a small coin, a bag of crumbs, a piece of paper, splinter, providing light, and an umbrella. So, all my stuff is here. Huh. So I actually managed to get to the ground safely. Examine the children. The love of posterity is a consequence of the necessity of death. If a man were sure of living forever, he would not care about his offspring. Nathaniel Hawthorne. And the teachers? Teachers are intent upon their work. All right. All right, let's try going north. You walk a little closer to the children, but hesitate when it occurs to you that they might not take kindly to your presence. Are you sure you want to go that way? I do kind of want to see what happens. All right, let's do it. Let's see what happens. Climbing out of the sand pile first. The children cry out in surprise and fear at your approach. One teacher, one teacher, a young woman, sees you coming and shrieks something in Japanese. Her companions quickly surround you, shouting accusations and sneering at your vacation shorts. You respond by pointing desperately at the sky, shouting, "Bomb! Big boom! Big bada boom!" and struggling to escape into the shelter. This awkward scene is cut short by a searing flash. Alright, so it's just a death. Figured it would just be a death, but I wanted to see it. Another death. Oh. I'm not even capturing that window anymore. Just take my word for it. I switched my window capture over to the hint book. I put another death up on my map. That brings us up to 13. Well, let's see what else we can do here. Okay. I guess I could do another save. Nagasaki. I don't know how I'm gonna get back home. That's the thing. That white door is nowhere to be found. Alright, I need water. I'll probably stand up for a hot minute. Put some music on. I'll use somebody else's music. If YouTube will ever load. History. On. There we go. Put a link to this. For your educational purposes. Oh yeah. You know, this track really fits with Sam and Max doing the Macarena. Anyway, I'm back. What the heck we doing? Right, we're exploring Nagasaki. Right before an atomic bomb drops on it. Um, all right, let's try going to the shelter. You descend into the darkness. Shelter. You wouldn't want to spend much time in this wretched hole. The bare floor is damp and filthy, and the corners reek of urine. Luckily, there's an opening to the west. A spade is leaning against the wall. Okay. So there's our spade. We can use that to open the crypt. Yeah. Now what? To ascend into daylight. We're back at the playground. Children's sand pile. Big sand pile. Poking around in the sand pile reveals nothing unusual. Alright, let's try going south. No. No, no, no. Let's not do that again. Excuse me. I just ate an orange. That's my excuse. How do I get out of here? That's the question. A little girl is crouched in the sand pile. She leaps to her feet as you appear. At first, you're sure she's going to scream. Her eyes dart back and forth between you and the teachers. You can see a cry forming on her lips. Suddenly, the umbrella in your hand catches her eye. You watch her expression soften from fear to curiosity. Alright, here, you can have it. The girl's mouth opens into a little O at the magnificence of your gift. She humbly accepts the umbrella, smiles shyly, and descends into the shelter with her prize. We didn't look at the children's swings. Swings are like little red pendulums as they arc slowly back and forth in the humid breeze. About this long building. Concrete building appears to be a schoolhouse, somewhat the worse for neglect. Can I go inside? No. Alright, well, the girl is in the shelter now, gazing lovingly at her umbrella. We dig in here. In the dirt. Nothing to find. Girl twirls the umbrella and giggles. Girl is a cute 4 or 5 years old. She's holding an umbrella. Girl admires the umbrella from all sides. Ask girl, have you seen a white door? I doubt she speaks English. How am I gonna get out of here? I need to get back with my shovel. Up. Enter white door. I know, it's long gone. It's like eventually something gonna happen? A bomb gonna drop or Noticed a faint sound coming from somewhere overhead. Children and teachers stopped to stare at the sky. The sound overhead grows louder. No mistaking the drone of aircraft. Muttering with exasperation, the teachers drop their spades and begin to trudge in the direction of the shelter. And then it's the same thing we had before. I'm going to say this is the same death and not add it to my list. Whoops. But yeah, how... I definitely need the shovel. But how do I get back? I feel like I'm drifting more and more out of my webcam. I feel like I'm turning my head to right in front of me now. Oh, it is cropped. That's what's throwing me off. Right. So we get a spade, we give an umbrella to a little girl. I don't know. How do I get back? How could I possibly get back? See, this would be, I believe that symbol is Mars. I'm going to look at the hints for the Mars area. That hint didn't help me with the lizard, but it did bring me here. It's interesting. All right, let's try the Mars door. How do I get back to the white girl? I mean, the white door. As I was reading that, my mind darted up to this one. Oh God. uh, who is the little girl? She likes umbrella twirling and origami. Well, maybe she can. Yeah, I was like, in my head. Saw the uh, origami figures in the school. Um, right? It says like birds folded from colored paper. Maybe if I give her a paper, she'll fold me a crane. Girl's eyes brighten with surprise when she sees the piece of paper. Origami, she squeaks, accepting the piece of paper with a gracious bow. Her fingers explore the creases in the paper, bending them this way and that. Then, with a few deft maneuvers, she refolds the sheet to its original shape and hands it back to you. We got 3 points for that. The edges of the paper begin to flicker faintly. That's why I was messing with the... I don't know why I didn't think of that. Give it to her. I was messing with it because I was thinking like, yeah, this thing kind of helped me before. It told me where to go to find the white door that originally took us away from the bomb in England. paper bird is twinkling. I don't know what to do with it now, though. Unfold it? You hesitate as the paper bird glows brighter. Something gonna happen? Paper bird glows with an eerie violet radiance. Ghostly light flickers around the paper bird. A twinkling aura engulfs the paper bird. The paper bird glows with an eerie violet radiance. Enter bird? What a ridiculous concept. Indeed. Can't fold it. Or it's twinkling. Notice a faint sound coming from somewhere outside. Girl turns to stare at the ceiling. Sound outside grows louder. There's no mistaking the drone of aircraft. The girl looks at you expectantly and crouches down in a corner of the shelter. Ghostly light flickers around the paper bird. The drone of the aircraft outside increases. It sounds as if they're in a power dive. The girl covers her ears with her hands and whimpers. All at once, the shelter is lit by a terrifying flash of light. You dive to cover the screaming girl and feel the earth shudder beneath a crashing blast wave. Your body absorbs much of the deadly radiation that might otherwise have reached the child. Years later, she recalls to her grandchildren the tale of a mysterious stranger who shielded her life at Nagasaki. But we did die. The bird seems to be doing something, but I don't know. I guess this counts as a separate death. Because we died, even though we died to the same bomb, we died shielding a little girl. We got a different little story there. Man, this game has gone to some dark places, huh? There must be some way I can use the bird to get back or something. But I don't know. Before, all we did was we unfolded the bird and we read the message. And it said where to be when the door was going to appear. Maybe I need to take the bird outside with me. And it'll happen. Alright, we'll go into the shelter, we'll take the spade. And we'll wait for the girl to show up, give her the umbrella. Then we'll follow her into the shelter and give her the paper. And then we'll go outside. Oh, something twitches in your hand. Yeah, all we need to do is go outside, apparently. The paper bird is growing. The wings and tail are unfolding like the petals of a flower. The long neck craning further and further out of the expanding body. You drop the demonic thing with a yelp of dismay. In moments, it opens up into a monstrous construction of folded paper the size of a foreign car. I wonder what would happen if we had never unfolded the bird. Because, like, what if we just started a new game and we already knew we needed to be at the long water? We didn't need that clue. We might get points for it. I don't remember if we got points for unfolding the bird. Probably. Still, though, I don't know. Well, it's about the size of a foreign car. I guess like smaller than an American car? What you're saying? Not a particularly large car. Um, can I get inside it? Gulping with fear. My goodness. Gulping with fear, you climb into the crackling folds of the giant bird's back. With a powerful beat of its wings, the strange creature lifts away from the ground. Blowing sand obscures the view, but you can hear voices crying out in wonder. When the air clears, the playground is far below. Thin air on the giant bird. You're soaring high over the city on a giant paper bird. The giant bird soars high over the city, banking left and right with effortless grace. You hear the rhythmic pump of its great wings, wind whipping past your ears, and far overhead, the drone of approaching aircraft. A speck in the sky grows into the familiar outline of the white door. The bird circles once, slows to a stall, and hovers only a few feet from the threshold. Enter the door. You climb off the giant bird and leap through the white door. I could take the bird with me. Be handy to have around. Alright. So that's that. Well, I've got the spade now. Well, we do know that we can use the spade to open the crypt, so I guess let's go do that. Should be fun, right? Can't believe the axe breaks, but this spade is gonna work. Huh. Unbelievable. You slide the end of the spade under the lid's edge and lean on it with all of your strength. Crack! You feel a puff of foul-smelling air as a section of the crypt's lid breaks away. Got 3 points for that. Look in crypt. You see a corpse in the crypt. Granite crypt must be hundreds of years old. Its lid is broken off. Oh, I meant to type, examine the corpse. The solemn dignity of the crypt makes you suspect that the remains may be those of some great missionary or explorer. The shrunken body is wrapped in a gray burial shroud, and its wrinkled mouth is held shut with a bandage wrapped around its head. A pair of boots, one red and one green, completes the ghastly wardrobe. Alright, I guess we're robbing this grave. Remove the burial shroud from the corpse, revealing its decomposed body. Take those boots. Didn't get points for taking the boots. But we're wearing them now. Can I take the bandage? As you pull the bandage off the corpse, its mouth drops wide open. Oh, is there a coin in there or something? I mean, look in... Mouth. The open mouth is blue and wrinkled. Inside it, you can see a silver coin. All right. Okay. We got a silver coin out of that too. It was inside the mouth. All right. The words "not transferable" are engraved on the silver coin. Well, that's bad. I mean, according to the engraving on the script, it's me in there because I'm the wave walker. So no transferal has occurred. All right. Well, get out of here. Let's go to the river. Here we are. Oh no, we just missed him. Well, let's wait for him to come back, I guess. Here it is. The oarsman guides his dory to a soundless landing. A puff of wind ripples the water. Eddies of sand swirl across the shore and coalesce into ghostly figures of dust and vapor. Before you can think or move, you find yourself amid a gathering of human shades, pale and gaunt, silent as death. Board boat. The dory tips alarmingly as you climb aboard. The oarsman glances at the burial shroud you're wearing with silent approval and stretches out his skeletal hand expectantly. Here's your silver coin, oarsman. The oarsman accepts the silver coin and nods at you solemnly. The ghostly shades begin to converge on the dory. One by one, they step into the vessel, hand the oarsman a silver coin. Take a seat. The oarsman pushes away from the beach. Planes of mist close in around the dory, drawing it deeper into the gloom. The only sound is the rhythmic slurp of the oar as it plies dark, oily water. A vague outline emerges beyond the helm. It slowly resolves into a spit of sand, deep and cheerless in the surrounding murk. The oarsman swings the dory around and lands it with barely a jolt. One by one, the shades slink out of the vessel and drift across the sand like leaves on a breath of wind. Something in the oarsman's gaze compels you to follow them. Sandbar. At first glance, this isolated spit seems hopelessly mired in the fog blowing in off the surrounding river. But the sand looks a bit firmer to the south. With practiced skill, the oarsman pushes his empty dory away from the shore. Right, we've made it to a new shore. Sandbar. Oh, excuse me. I wonder if the mic picked up that chair squeak. That was a loud one. They're not all picking up. Sorry. Am I ruining the mood? um Yeah, sandbar. I guess I should be updating the map. Huh? Playground on it either. Or the shelter. Kind of underneath my piano. There we go. I found it. All right, so on to thin air. We'll add the umbrella. Not the umbrella, the playground. But I'm going to indicate that I use the umbrella. Umbrella? Umbrella. Umbrella descent. That's what I'll put here. To playground. I think that's what it was. Playground. Little rusty here. All right, and then to the east, shelter. And where we found spade. Great. All right, and update the river. We'll just draw a dotted line here. Boat. Side. And where are we now? Handbar. Okay. Well, let's go south. Islet. It's impossible to see more than a dozen yards on this fog-bound islet. The islet? Oh. The islet or islet? The damp air makes your footsteps sound unnaturally loud as you trudge across the sand at the river's edge. A lone toadstool has found a home at the water's edge. The white door in its stem is closed. A voice in your ear grumbles, "GNOMON is an island." A roadrunner is perched on the toadstool's crown. The ruby in its beak gleams enticingly. I was wondering if we were going to see this roadrunner again. And yeah, it did occur to me that I can't blame This is only this is no one's fault but my own. I forgot to set. I had a feeling we were going to find that last toadstool here, and I should have set the sundial to point at it. It occurred to me like kind of just as we were getting on the boat. I was like, well, it's too late now. But I wonder if we can do anything with this Roadrunner. Oh, I'll update the map anyway.
Islet.
It is islet. Like island. Kind of thought so. But also I don't know. That one threw me off when I was a kid. Island? Like Island? I remember one of my older sisters being like, "Oh, stop messing around. You know that says island." And I'm like, "I do? How would I get island out of this?" Like when you say that, yeah, now it makes sense, but I was like, "What?" Oh. They didn't believe me. Anyway, there's a toadstool and a roadrunner. Toadstool, sure. Whatever. Toadstool. Roadrunner. The roadrunner resembles a gray pheasant, lean and streamlined with bright eyes and a long tail splashed with color. It's holding a ruby in its beak. Finely cut edges sparkle with crimson fire. Well, we found that ruby at the beginning of the game and this roadrunner stole it from us. Maybe now we can get it back. No, we can't reach the ruby. The toadstool is too high. The roadrunner is eyeing you with interest. I don't know how we could get our ruby back here. Well, perhaps I should restore. And go and set up that door to be open. Could be southeast, right? All right. Get back on the boat. Give coin to oarsman. And we're back. And this time, the door is open. Roadrunner gives you a curt nod of acknowledgement, and it flutters off the toadstool, prances through the open door, and disappears. Okay. Risa, you dancing? Let's follow it, I guess. You take a deep breath and step forward. Shack. You're in a metal shack, barely 12 feet square. The oak floor is littered with discarded bits of rope, pulleys, and other hardware. A dark light bulb hangs from the ceiling. You can see an exit in the west wall. A 5-foot sphere rests on a bracket in the middle of the floor. Its surface is studded with bolts and crossed with electrical cables, all converging in a box-like enclosure nearby. An open white door is set into the east wall. A paperback book is lying in the corner. A faint sound drifts in from somewhere outside. It sounded like a man's voice. Okay. So much to look at. Rope lies in a hopeless tangle at your feet. You hear the voice again, followed by a sharp clatter. Definitely somebody outside. Can we take this rope? You try to sort out the rope, but it's a hopeless tangle. I didn't think so. Rope is always handy. Risa, are you dancing to Margaritaville? That was happening. Another voice joins the first. You strain to listen. Tower side breaker closed. Check. Pittsburgh on the line, you lieutenant. Give him to me, Joe. All right. Have a look at this sphere. Could annihilation occur in matter? This were the thing to do it. Herman Melville. You'll find the sphere pictured in the illustrated story of the atom bomb. Okay. I believe that would be this sphere right here, right? We're at the top of the tower. What's this book? It's a cheap paperback called Desert Island Decameron. A gust of wind obscures the conversation outside for a few moments. You can pick out the words focus, groves, and surveillance, but little else. Well, let's add this to our map. Oh, pushing the buttons on my drawing tablet. And they're set up for playing Baldur's Gate with this thing, using it kind of as a giant trackpad. And then I've got the button set up to do like things. What was I doing? Well, we've got plenty of space here. I'll just make this toadstool connection right here. Jack. Oh, I forgot to, there, that's what it looks like. Gotta take the book. All at once, the shack is filled with light. Seems to be coming from somewhere outside. Lower, shouts one of the voices. The light brightens to a hard, steady glare. Alright. Go outside. Tower platform. A metal rail is all that stands between you and 100-foot drop. Miles of barren desert lie below, gray and still in the gathering dawn. Black roads radiate outward like the hands of a great clock. This narrow platform opens east into a metal shack. A searchlight on the southwest horizon floods the platform in a raw white glare. A ladder is sticking up over the platform's edge. The wind rises again, drowning out the voices altogether. Okay. West to the tower platform. guess we go down. Or maybe not. You step towards the ladder but hesitate when you hear the voices below. Are you sure you want to go down there right now? Guess not. Hear a motor revving to life below. One of the voices barks something. There's a squeal of rubber and a Jeep appears on the south road. You watch the headlights dwindle into the distance. Now can I go? Yes. You clutch the topmost rung of the ladder with sweating palms. Fighting back vertigo, you begin to feel your way downward. At last, your foot touches a flat surface. Tower landing. A spider web of steel rises from the desert floor below, tapering up to the platform 50 feet overhead. Thick ropes and cables dangle around the ladder that continues downward. Oh, we're not even all the way down. Tower landing. All right, further down. You step back onto the ladder and inch yourself downward. Base of tower. A steel tower rises overhead, black against the cloudy sky. Your eyes follow the tapered frame up the ladder, past dangling ropes and cables, to the platform at its summit. Paved roads and instrument lines lead off into the surrounding desert. A closed box, locked with a steel padlock, lying across the ground nearby. A familiar roadrunner is eyeing you from its perch on the box's lid. The ruby in its beak gleams in the early dawn. With a skillful toss, the roadrunner deposits the ruby on the box. Then it leaps off and scampers eagerly around your feet. If you didn't know better, you'd swear it was glad to see you. Can I have the ruby now? You take the ruby off the box. There we got 1 point for doing that. The roadrunner scampers around your feet. So we finally got the ruby. And now the roadrunner wants to be our friend. I hope I'm not carrying too much. Hold on, what's this? On the book, you see a slip of cardboard. The slip of cardboard seems to have been used as a bookmark. A stanza of poetry is typed on the side you can see. Rad. No, read. Read bookmark. Read poetry? From this crude lab that spawned a dud, their necks to Truman's axe uncurled. Lo, the embattled savants stood and fired the flop heard round the world. Los Alamos Ditty, circa 1945. The send-up of a famous Emerson poem. Okay. So I guess it's not important, though. Okay, well, I gotta put the base of the tower on the map there. Oh, sorry, I watched Fargo today. That's the problem. Base of tower. Um, Box. Ruby. Have a look at that box. The closed box is several feet in length and secured with a steel padlock. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I can do about that. Oh, excuse me. Oh, you know what else I might need here is my lump of metal. What if I need my lump of metal? Like, you can't account for everything. Oh well, that's why I have like 100 saves. How many saves do I have? Oh my gosh, getting tired. 42. That is that Douglas Adams number. Oh no, I have more. Hold on. Not arranged by type. I got, no, it still says 42. Oh, oh wait. It's 42 items in the folder. I'm looking at the wrong thing. 31. 31 saves. Okay. That's not as crazy, but it's still a lot. I'm glad I'm playing this on a modern system and I don't have to worry about like saves actually taking up a substantial amount of my hard drive or something like that, or waiting for them to load off of a floppy disk every time I like restore my game, something like that. Like if I have to redo a section of this game, it's just a whole bunch of that. And it can go as fast as I can type. Anyway, I don't think I'll be going for much longer because I'm getting sleepy. I'm getting sleepy. But oh, excuse me. Yeah, I also don't know where to go from here. There is like a map of this whole area. part of the manual. I don't know, maybe I should save exploring this for next time. Seeing how sleepy I am. Must be a big image. It's taking a while to load. Oh yeah, here it is. This is like regular size. So we would be here at the center. McDonald Ranch. Might be able to get there. Oh my gosh. Can't stop yawning. I don't know, what will I need here? What would be smart to bring? What would be better left behind? Should I have brought my lemming in a cage? Could I have left my spade behind? What if I need it here? But what if it's weighing me down and then I can't pick up something else that I need? These are the kind of things you worry about when you're playing an adventure game. Well, an old school adventure game. The newer ones are like inventory limits. Yeah, that's not fun. Forget that. Most of them. All right. I guess I'm going to call it here. Made some decent progress. And what else can I say, you know? Progress is good. Might be able to finish up this game next time. Yeah, like part of me wants to try and keep going. Like now as I'm wrapping up, I'm like, well, I got a little more energy. Let's go. But then as soon as I start like actually doing stuff in the game, I'm like, I got no energy. Got nothing. Second wind? Maybe. The Roadrunner is staring at us. I don't know what you want from your Roadrunner. Let's go southeast. You amble along for several minutes. Shallow crater. You're standing at the edge of a shallow depression in the desert floor, a few 100 feet across. The ground within is gray and pulverized, as if by a powerful explosion. A paved road leads southeast into the desert and northwest towards the tower. The road runner prances to your side. Okay. Excuse me. It's happening again. The yawning. Shallow crater. It's greater than the sum of its parts. Let's keep going southwest. Southwest? Southeast. 'Cause I think that's got to be where the ranch is. You walk for several minutes northwest of ranch. Okay. You're at the northwest corner of a stone wall. A closed iron gate leads into a dilapidated ranch house. A paved road bears northwest into the desert. Other paths curve east and south along the wall's perimeter. All right, now see, my brain's shutting down, but I want to keep going. I want to make progress in the video game. Northwest of ranch. Excuse me. Ranch. All right, can we open this gate? You open the iron gate. Okay. East and south paths indicate those exist. Might be able to just go right inside. I guess I could take a look around the outside before I go in. Let's see. Northeast of ranch. Dilapidated ranch house stands nearby, bounded by dusty patches of ground and a low stone wall. Paths lead south and east, on either side of a cement reservoir. Oh yeah, the reservoir. That was indicated too. Paved road bends off to the west. I don't know how big to make this space here, because I might need to put whole ranch inside this area. Maybe I will explore inside the ranch first. Probably on a time budget again, like usual. Oh well. Go. We're probably gonna have to restart this whole section, because I'm gonna need the lemming or something. Let's go back. We'll go through that gate into the backyard. This patch of dust lies within the elbow of the ranch house and is enclosed by a stone wall to the north and west. An open hallway leads south into the house. There's also a closed screen door to the east and an open iron gate in the northwest corner of the stone wall. The roadrunner races into view. Meep meep. Sorry. You're reading along. I forgot to switch over. Now's your chance. Go. All right. Backyard. And exits were south, east, and Dennis. Sorry, I can't resist. Can't resist Dennis. You step into the hallway. I went south. Hallway. This short hallway opens outdoors to the north and south. The closed outer door leads east into a kitchen. Turning west, you see a stairway descending into darkness. Hallway. I might need a little space for wherever this stairway goes. How about that? What do you think? You can't even see what I'm doing here, and I'm asking you what you think. Obviously, I don't really care what you think. I think that's pretty clear, huh? Oh. And east into a kitchen. I'm intrigued by the stairway into darkness. Go west. You descend the stairway. Ass house. The walls of this underground chamber are cool and clammy to your touch. It feels as if nobody's been down here for a long time. Gray light seeps in from a stairway climbing east. That's it. Just a nice house. I mean, this is a nice house. I would expect it to have a nice house. But, yeah, that's all it is. All right. I don't know. Maybe we can dig in here for something if we have the shovel. Do I have the shovel? I do actually have the shovel with me. Dig. Dirt. Dig in the floor. I don't know. I see a nice house and I want to dig. All right, let's check out the kitchen. The outer door is closed. Open it. Kitchen. Disconnected stove pipes and an open cupboard with a steak knife in it are the only evidence of this room's identity. An open outer door in the west wall leads out to a hallway. Other exits lead north and east. All right. Plenty of mapping to do here. I'm glad I'm still playing. I'm glad I didn't just end. I do feel a little bit more energy. I found that second wind. So I can at least map out some of this tonight. We can go until midnight. Is about now. And the Roadrunner is still here. Alright, the blade of the steak knife is still reasonably sharp. Steak knife, take knife. Oh, we get point for knife. Knife point. Oops, sorry. I will be increasingly doing that too. Because I'm tired. Okay. Steak knife, huh? Oh, what's to the north? Northwest room. The original purpose of this stark room is uncertain. It might have been used for dining. Exits lead north, south, and east. Doesn't appear to link up with the backyard on my map here. Northwest room. North, south, and east. Maybe the hallway is longer than realized. I'm thinking when I go north again, there's going to be a west exit that'll take me back to the backyard. Fair room. Aside from a closed screen door to the west, here we go. This squarish room offers no amenities. Other exits lead north and east. A large map is hanging on the wall. Hold on. Before I look at that map, as excited as I am about a map, because I mean, who doesn't love maps? I gotta fix this. Gotta get this over here. Just a tad more room. We're not desperately trying to squeeze in the northwest room. You know what I could also be doing is consulting the map. Actual map of this location that came with the game. Looks like it says space room. There, that's a little better. Space room. All right. Then exit there. There are exits here and here. All right, have a look at the map. Yep, this is the map included in your Trinity package. Of course it is. All right. So, yeah, there's the ice house. Okay, yeah, there's the hallway. So we came in, it's a pretty spacious backyard. Is this spoilers? There's the kitchen. Northwest room. Oh, there's a bathroom to the north? That's awesome. That is so exciting. Hot tower? I guess that's what they call it. Hmm. Hmm. Hey, Matt McGrath. Hey, it's Chetty. People say he Infocom's around, but he's too busy mapping. Put anybody down. No, I wasn't muted. I was just thinking. I'm tired. I was thinking about ending the stream. I'm, oops. I'm mapping out this ranch house, but it's almost unnecessary because the game came with a map. But you know what? It's nice to have your own map that you can follow. DEFCON 1. It's DEFCON 1. That's right. Map along at home. Look at my beautiful map. This is my beautiful map. I've looked up a fair bit of hints at this point. It did take some looking at the invisiclues to figure out how to even get here. I think about that a lot, Matt. I think I even I think I ended a stream once by saying that all the little SOBs. But I don't think I could commit to the bit. Like, I'm kidding, guys. You're great. It is. It is. I feel bad even about the gentle jokes. Just in case there's somebody out there who's like, "What? Why? What did I do?" You know? You never know. I'm a bad widow streamer. Look, Smithers. Garbo is coming. That's season 5? Yeah, I don't think my brain can handle any more Trinity at this point. This is a large game. This is a large game. It was 93. Yeah, I would say either 4 or 5, but it seems like a season 5 kind of an episode. Tell them large Infocom sent you. It was the worst map I ever saw. I remember that SNL skit with Joe. You mean Joe Montana? Or Joe Montana? I remember seeing an episode hosted by Joe Montana, but not Joe Montana. He says what's in his head out loud and vice versa. Oh, like Homer does? He's like, well, I'm off to work. And then to the Duff Brewery. Oh, okay. Yeah, it could be. That could be the case. I didn't even have the chat up on the screen. If anyone watches the VOD, they're going to be really confused at this point. Oh, it's up there. Now it all makes sense. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of like, getting ready to end my stream. Put this back on. But I am having fun chatting with you, Matt. I feel bad that you just showed up now, as I'm like getting ready to end, but yeah. I am experiencing brain shutdown. You were slacking. That's alright. I started late. Trinity has nuked my mind, it's true. Yeah, I started later today because I have not been on the ball. It took me a lot longer to heat up my dinner than I thought it would. Because I've been slacking. This is a good one. This is from Jazz Jackrabbit. You ever played Jazz Jackrabbit? I haven't. And I think for a while it was like impossible to find anywhere. But it's on the GOG now, I believe. So I'm like, man, I gotta play Jazz Jackrabbit someday. Halloween Harry. Oh, I've never played Halloween Harry. I've heard of it. It might have been made by the same people or something. Halloween Harry. Oh man, it's on sale too. I think. Super cheap anyway. Website's not really loading. I have to assume that's not the usual price. Halloween Harry. Oh yeah, aka Alien Carnage. I don't think they're actually related. Distributed by Apogee. Jazz Jackrabbit, I think, was Epic Mega Games. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Mod music, yeah. Yeah, it's real cheap right now. I might have to just grab it for a $1.60. That'd be a good game to like switch over to after playing a brainy game. When my brain shuts down, I could just go play Jazz Jackrabbit. But yeah, that's it for me. I end the stream here. I thank you for watching tonight. And I wish you the best of luck in all of your endeavors. We'll see you next time. Good night. And God bless. Because you just sneezed. How did I know you just sneezed? I have a camera in your house. Good night, Risu. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for modding, Risu. Thanks for keeping all those crazy viewers in line. They were really getting out of hand there for a minute. Oh yeah, I'll post this, the music is from a playlist. It's on YouTube. I'll post it again. In case you're interested, Matt. Matt, are you also going to offer me the best viewers? Cheap? If I just go to this website, remove the space or whatever from the URL that you type now. Alright, yeah, anyway, good night.